Good morning to all. Today we are going to learn about important geographical features. How these geographical features are formed. We already discussed in that previous videos you can observe. And these features also shaped by different kinds of process like weathering, erosion, transportation and deposition, and due to the wind and due to the waves and some other processes there. Okay, right. First one, you can see here, what is a mountain? A large natural elevation of the earth's surface rising abruptly from the surrounding level. Mountains are much taller than the hills. Generally, hills are below the 1000 meters. Above the 1000 meters, it is called as mountain. Understand? Different kinds of mountains are there. Himalayas and highest mountains and folded mountains, newly formed mountains on the earth. And next one, Rockies mountains in North America. Appalachian mountains, it is also in America. Andes mountains, it is in South America. Scandinavian mountains, these are some examples, Norway and Sweden. And another important one, Alps mountains, is located in Europe continent. Okay, so these are the important mountain ranges. And last one, Great Dividing Range, it is also one kind of mountain range. It is located in Australia. What is mountain range? A mountain range is a group of or chain of mountains that are close together. We already discussed examples, and you can see this picture. What is a peak? The highest point of a hill or mountain is called as peak. Here you can see some pictures. What is a hill? A naturally raised area of land not as high as a mountain. It is called hill only. What is a plain? Plain is a broad area of relatively flat land. We already discussed that. What is a floodplain? Floodplain is a flat or nearly flat land adjacent to a stream or river that experiences occasional flooding. Okay. What is an archipelago? An archipelago is a group of islands closely scattered in a body of water. Okay, here our India, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, it is also an archipelago. And similarly, Lakshadweep Islands, it is located in Arabian Sea. And which is the largest archipelago in the world? Indonesia. Understand? What is a bay? A broad inlet of the sea where the land curves inwards. The bay has a wider opening. You can see Bay of Bengal located in eastern boundary of India. Similarly, Hudson Bay. Okay, you can see number of bays are there. This is Hudson Bay, Bay of Bengal. What is Gulf? A gulf is said to be a large body of water that is surrounded by land and having only a narrow entrance. You can see examples. What is a cape? A cape is a high point of land that extends into a river, lake, or ocean. You know, best example, Cape of Good Hope, and some examples you can see here. Yes, it is. What is a peninsula? A peninsula is a piece of land that is almost entirely surrounded by a water, means three sides, but it is connected to the mainland on one side. You can see these pictures. The next one, what is a glacier? A glacier is a huge mass of ice slowly flowing over the landmass. Over a landmass. You can see here some examples, pictures. What is a cave? A large hole in the side of a hill or mountain, or one that is underground. It's called cave. See this? And next one, what is a volcano? A volcano is an opening in Earth's crust that allows molten rock from beneath the crust to reach the surface. Understand? You can see these pictures. And next, what is a meander? A meander is widening curve or bend in a river. See some examples. See these pictures. Next one, what is a plateau? A plateau is a flat, elevated landform that rises sharply above the surrounding area on at least one side. Okay, you can see these pictures. Next one, what is a river? A river is a natural flowing water course, usually fresh water, flowing towards an ocean or sea, lake or another river. You can see these pictures. Yes. Next, what is a waterfall? A waterfall is a place where water flows over a vertical drop or a series of drops in the course of a stream or river. You can see this. What is a valley? A valley is a low area between hills, often with a river running through it. What is a dune? A flat bottomed longitudinal valley between lesser Himalayas and Shivaliks is called as a dune. Number of examples there: partly dune, Kotli dune, okay, Dehradun. So these are some examples. What is a river delta? A river delta is a landform that forms from deposition of sediment eroded by. What is a river delta? A river delta is a landform that forms from deposition of sediment carried by a river as the flow leaves its mouth and enters slower moving or standing water. Generally, deltas are formed at the joining of the ocean or sea. You know, largest delta? Yes, Sundarban delta is the largest delta in the world. It is located in India and Bangladesh area. You can see this picture. What is a canyon? A canyon is a deep, narrow valley with steep sides resulting from erosive activity of a river over geological timescales. You can see these pictures. What is a gorge? A gorge is a narrow valley with steep rocky walls located between hills or mountains. A gorge is often smaller than a canyon. See these pictures? Next one. What is a tributary? Tributary is a stream or river that flows into a large main river. Tributaries means nothing but sub rivers or small rivers. Understand? You can see this picture. What is the mouth of a river? The mouth of a river is another name for its terminus, where it meets an ocean or sea or lake. If you see delta areas, you can observe this. Mouth means ending part of the river. See this picture? Yes, it is. What is a lagoon? A lagoon is a shallow body of water separated from a large body of water by barrier islands or reefs. You can see these pictures. What is a desert? Desert is a region of land that is very dry because it receives low amount of precipitation. You know which is the largest desert in the world? Sahara Desert. It is located in Africa continent. Yes, you can see these pictures. Thar Desert. And India Thar Desert. In the world, Sahara Desert. What is an iceberg? A iceberg or ice mountain is a large piece of freshwater ice that has broken off a glacier or an ice shelf and is floating freely in open water. You can see this. Yes, it is. What is a reef? Reef is defined as a ridge of a coral, alga, sand or rock close to the surface of the water in the ocean. Observe here. Coral reefs. You know Lakshadweep Islands mostly consist of coral reefs. What is a sea wave? It is a type of cave formed by the wave action of the sea. Another important one, sea cliff also there. This is sea cave. Wonderful. Beautiful image. Sea cave. What is a sea cliff? A cliff is a huge mass of rock standing almost vertically along the ocean. Cliff. What is a beach? A beach is a narrow, usually gently sloping strip of a land that borders a body of water such as a lake or ocean. Number of oceans are there, and you can see this beaches also. Number of beaches you can see in that. The work of waves, the erosion and deposition by the sea waves gives rise to coastal landforms. You can see here examples: sea arches and stacks, sea cliff, bays and cape and beaches and deltas. These are all formed by the work of waves only. You can see here, as sea waves continuously strike at the rocks, cracks develop in the over them. Once again repeat. As sea waves continuously strike at the rocks and cracks developed in them over a time, gradually some of the structures are formed. Mostly you can see caves. You already seen caves are formed on the rocks. As these activities becomes bigger and bigger, only the roof of the caves remains, thus forming a sea arches. And next, what is stack? Further erosion breaks the roof and only walls are left. These walls like features are called stacks. Understand? What is moraine? Accumulation of rock, debris means waste material, carried or deposited by a glacier. It's called moraine. See here, Oxbow Lakes. What is an Oxbow Lake? An Oxbow Lake is a U-shaped lake that forms when a wide meander of a river is cut off and creating a free-standing body of water. Understand? See here. What is a doab? Doab means land between two rivers. The fertile land between two rivers. Work of wind. About 1/5 of the world's land is made up of deserts. You can see some are rocky, others are stony, whereas others are sandy. Okay, when the strong winds blowing fastly, they carry sand fine soil which strike the large rocks. At the time when they interact, these two act as abrasive sandpaper and erode the hard rocks. The wind action creates a number of interesting erosional and depositional features in the desert. You can see here Iceberg and mushroom rocks, and next it is sand dunes also formed. First, Iceberg. What is an Iceberg? An Iceberg is an isolated rock hill, knob, ridge or small mountain that rises abruptly from a gentle sloping or vertically level surrounding plain. Understand? It is Iceberg means the isolated residual hills rising abruptly from the grounds are called as Iceberg or island mountain. Why it's called island mountain? If you see this picture, it's look like a island mountain. Next, what is a mushroom rock? Mushroom rock is a rock in mushroom shape. These rocks are deformed by erosion and weathering and glacier action or from a sudden disturbance. Understand? See these pictures? Mushroom rocks. Yes. What is sand dunes? How it's formed? Due to the weathering and persistent wind action, there is a large accumulation of fine sand in many deserts. These forms sand dunes. You can see here the picture. Sand dunes. So these are unstable hills of sand which move with strong winds. They form a number of shapes as they move and settle down. If the wind blowing very fast, at the time the fine dust blown beyond the desert limit is deposited on neighboring lands, usually forms a loess plains. Loess plains are formed. It is generally in yellow in color, very fertile. Okay, and loess is a fine loam, rich in lime. Understand? The plains formed by the deposition of loess are called loess plains. Thank you. Thank you for watching my channel. మరిన్ని వీడియోస్ కోసం మా ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి అండ్ ఫైనల్లీ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ది బెల్ ఐకాన్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.